Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk used the opening of the Warsaw Security Forum to deliver a stark warning, saying Europe must wake up to the reality of war. Tusk argued that the continent is living under illusions of permanent peace, even as Russia wages a full-scale invasion of Ukraine.
Peace is not given once for keeps, for always. Peace is not something specific in this part of the world, quite contrary. Therefore, we need to think deep about peace, war, unity of the Western countries. The consideration that is the essence of your meetings is so important, but actions are more important than words, and this is what to air out loud and clear, especially here in Poland, so that my compatriots can hear it. This war is also our war.
Tusk said the war in Ukraine is not just Ukraine's problem, but a test of whether Western civilization itself can survive. He accused those who dismissed the conflict as a distant fight of cowardice and insisted Poland and its allies must treat it as their own war.
We often hear, here in Warsaw and any other place in the world, we often hear people saying, "It's not our war. We should not be interested in it. Make them fight, kill on their own, make them solve their problems. We don't want to pay for it. We don't want to sacrifice our money, our time, and even more. We don't want to sacrifice the lives of our soldiers. We need to realize it's not about loving Ukraine. It's not about bad or good experiences related to history, which involve Ukraine. It's a question about solidarity that was attacked by an aggressor."
The Polish leader warned that cracks in transatlantic unity could prove disastrous. He argued that America has the right to demand more from Europe, while Europe has the duty to mobilize its societies and show it can fight for its own survival.
First and foremost, we need to show that we are capable of mobilizing our societies and of our governments of all European unity to work effectively and efficiently. America has the right to demand bigger involvement from Europe as a whole, as we have the right to expect America that transatlantic treaty is a priority, something that guarantees survival of our world. Let's learn one from another. Let's not teach one another. Let's learn from one another.
But even as Tusk pressed for European strength, Russia's closest ally Alexander Lukashenko issued a direct threat to NATO in Moscow. Speaking in an interview released by Russian state correspondent Pavel Zarubin, the Belarusian president raised the prospect of his own helicopter being shot down on the Polish border.
For example, I often fly to Belarusskaya Puszcza. It's right on the border with Poland. Are they going to shoot down the president's helicopter or some military escort helicopter? The response will come instantly.
Lukashenko then escalated further, declaring that if NATO downed Belarusian or Russian aircraft, the response would be immediate and total. He described such an act as a trigger for full-scale conflict.
They, NATO countries, are worried, and they threaten us with an attack, which means they will defend themselves and even attack us. And what will we do? Will we be dragging our feet? It's a brave statement. They said they will shoot aircrafts down, let them try, let them shoot, or they'll shoot down something Russian over Kaliningrad. Then, of course, we'll have to fight, as they say in Russia, with all we've got. Is that necessary? No.
The Belarusian leader accused NATO of reckless behavior and suggested the alliance was provoking conflict unnecessarily. He criticized Western statements as poorly considered and dangerous for neighbors.
Why would they, NATO countries, shoot us down after all? When 9 or 12 drones, which we couldn't shoot down over Belarusian territory, flew over to them, we told them, "Guys, watch out." But what if we hadn't told them? They were even surprised that we told them. Would they shoot down our or Russian planes for that? I think this statement wasn't thought through. It's a foolish statement. You can't act like that. Neighbors don't work like this.
The twin warnings, Tusk urging Europe to confront its own weaknesses and Lukashenko threatening war with all we've got, highlight the continent's fragile security environment. With Russia's invasion grinding on and Belarus vowing to fight, NATO's unity faces its toughest test in decades.